Welcome back to FIFA 19, the journey so
Is
far.
this Persona music?
No. Alex arrived for his first Real Madrid training session, doubt clouding his mind as to whether he was ready.
Oh.
If that wasn't enough, he'd have to work with 3 coaches, each having differing goals for Alex to overcome.
He's like the kid that they all fight over.
Back in the Premier League, Danny came on as a substitute and helped Cardiff overcome Huddersfield Town. He had to learn to choose his words carefully after a disagreement with the coach about his new position. Okay, I should mention, the track I chose was a track from the remaster of Final Fantasy X.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why it sounded a bit familiar.
Is that the one from the laughing
It's
cutscene?
not Jonas Beam, Jova.
No, I'm talking about...
I can't remember what the name.
That's Jonas Beam, Jova, a piano version of Sutekirane.
Alright, back to Alex. And I was like, alright game, I'll go with your recommended approach.
What is that brand
Playing on the
from-
Switch and eating Chinese.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the closest thing we could compare it to is a Nintendo Switch.
It's a generic console. The console that all companies use if they don't want to pay royalties.
So Yuya.
Oh,
Wait, earn a new contract at Cardiff? I only just joined.
don't you see, Dwibs? You're already in danger of getting booted out because as far as they're concerned, you suck.
So anyway, there's the mentor stuff I was talking about in the previous part.
So how much does the mentor stuff affect? Does it affect what cutscenes you'll get, essentially?
It doesn't affect what cutscenes you get throughout the game. It just gives you more stats and more stats. It can help you help you with your game.
Mm-hmm.
Build Alex's relationship with each mentor to unlock a unique one-on-one challenge.
Spoiler alert. I don't get all 5 of them.
Well, I can imagine. It might require a lot of work and managing.
What? So, like, building up a confidence or getting a relationship in Persona 5 up to its proper S-class?
Sort of. So anyway, now here we are. The Santiago Bernabéu Stadium.
Look at those names. Let them be burned into your eyes for the pressure you have to go through. No pressure.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Hunter.
My name is finally here.
But will it be there forever?
Well, probably not. Contracts are very fleeting, Jova, as we established in this series.
Again,
Because there wasn't a Journey 4, Alex would have to play for the whole of planet Earth against aliens.
In space, yeah.
I would have liked that.
Me
Honestly, that
too.
would have been the best conclusion for this franchise.
Also,
The
correct me if... Oh, sorry.
Come on,
No, go on.
leave them.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dwibs, but don't, like Olympians, don't footballers tend to be on the much younger side
Yeah.
of athletes? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Come
Oh,
on.
so basically, guys, apparently, according to Real Madrid tradition, new players have to play a game of Piggy in the Middle, the football.
Oh, okay.
This is really is,
Initiation.
yeah, it's that kind of weird shit where you see stuff like Animal House.
We're gonna bully you for a little while.
Bully the newbie.
Also, don't
Yeah.
bother tackling that button. Really, it does nothing.
Don't.
And then I ran out because the game resets so fast. I keep running out of the circle because I'm holding a different direction. The key here is just basically passing the circle.
Yeah, I've done this practice a lot on my soccer team.
Yeah, that wasn't very good. Let's try again.
Also, this music. I get Mr. Zimmer wanted to be quirky with this.
Wait.
Well, it might not even be hand zimmers for all I know. Yeah, pass to the circle. It's boring, but yeah, at least you'll succeed.
It's more of a pentagon, if you...
Ah, out there. The guy can't. He's not even bothering to get it.
So you found a way to completely buttfuck the AI.
Yes. And there we go. No, I don't want to retry it. There we go. Alright. So, that was something.
Wait,
We have Madrid review, dreams come true.
Wait. How did that increase our social media? Isn't this supposed to be a private session? How are people on social media following our progress behind the lockers?
Jova, never underestimate the power of social media.
And emojis.
That would mean that there's been a leak, though, and someone's going to get fired.
Well, I'm not the one that did it, so...
Is that the reason why Dino cannot be here now?
Oh, God. Maybe. I'll admit, I really do miss Dino. Wait. Music went a bit Star Wars there for a bit. What the heck?
Hans Zimmer. And the other guy, I know, but...
Hans Zimmer never did a Star Wars.
Well, he has a style similar.
Yeah, I guess.
So who are we up against, actually?
Celta Vigo, I think? I can't remember.
Welcome to your first game with Real Madrid, Alex.
And now he has to be on the bench.
Well, obviously.
Left on the clock, and note this moment because we are finally going to see Alex Hunter.
Oh, even the commentators are anticipating his arrival.
His boyhood wish, it seems, is about to come true.
And he's being managed by Zidane, who we were talking about in the last part.
Oh, I didn't even knew that. Oh man.
Yeah, Zidane's now a football manager.
Well, it happens with pretty much a lot of players when we get old. Actually, that's a good segue, considering it was heavily promoted in FIFA 17, but obviously after that things shifted. What is Mourinho doing these days?
Sorry?
Mourinho, what is doing these days?
He's managing Tottenham Hotspur.
Okay.
As opposed to Manchester United.
Yeah, he used to manage Man United, but he left.
Fucked up, so.
Oh boy.
Now he's managing at Spurs.
Let me guess, he left in disgrace, didn't he?
More like he probably was something like, oh, you can't fire me, I quit.
There, so, no. The results just weren't there by that point, so...
So yeah, out he went. Well, rather, he chose to leave before they booted him.
Again, you can't fire me, I quit.
Well, I don't know how it went, actually.
It's ironic, considering how he was considered the face enough to have been brought on for an E3 conference. Which, now that I think about it, yeah, I think the E3 conference that he showed up at, that was the one where the journey was announced, if I recall.
Yes, remember FIFA 17.
Wow.
Oh, this goalkeeper is very good at his job, I will say
Well,
that.
I mean, he did concede a goal earlier in the match, but still.
So, guys, which do you think was the weirder E3 bit here? Pele or Mourinho?
Pele. At least Mourinho was more quick and on the point. With Pele, they kept this fucking interview going on and on and on about the importance of the sport and everything. And I was like, who the fuck cares? At least get to the game.
I remember some people thought we were going to get a Pele game simulator out of the deal.
Like, Pele is fine as being one of the most important players in the history of a sport. I won't deny that. It's just that for the purpose of that, presentation, it was just meandering.
A very good team, a team that we expected to be better than the opposition.
What did you think, Dwibs?
So far.
Yeah, you'd expect them to
Well, to be honest, I was ready to see what the new features would be in the game.
So I'm guessing the
Like
pay-
referee mode.
I still want one, by the way.
Real Madrid have a substitute getting ready. Just widen
Yeah,
the
so
margin here to
what
2-0.
did FIFA do aside from piss people off with
Mayo.
some terrible ports in like FIFA 20 and FIFA
Trying
21?
to find an opening.
Well, like we mentioned, Java, after the journey, they did introduce something similar as a throwback to Street.
It was, yeah, they made not FIFA Street.
We've got
Yeah,
10 minutes
kind
left on
of,
the clock.
sorta.
Guided through.
Ooh, Hunter, go, go, go,
Come
Hunter,
on!
go!
Yes!
Here's Hunter.
There we go.
Debut goal.
I forget, can you do parkour in that not FIFA Street mode, like, you know,
Well,
the
no,
actual
remember,
FIFA Street?
basically,
Whether the goalkeeper will blame
well,
himself
no,
or
basically, Joe, Volta football is basically, basically you're playing football in different areas. In some, you can play it in different ways: 3v3, 4v4, 5v5,
No doubt that the
or
scoreline
playing it by
reflects
footstool
realistically the
rules.
nature of the game. Nothing
And if I
false about
recall
it, they
correctly,
thoroughly
it's one case where you create your own character for that one.
Yeah, for the story mode.
Yeah.
Although I'm not going to be doing those.
Oh, let me guess, the story
Sure.
mode there isn't as grand as the journey, I'm guessing.
Not really, you know.
Let me
Well,
guess.
it makes sense, Java. I get the idea they thought they peaked with this, so we were like, let's do something more tranquil.
And then I understand that they were adding story mode to a different sports game. Was it like the
Madden.
NFL Madden game?
Yeah, I think it was
Madden,
Madden.
yes.
So now I'm just curious as to what they're going to be doing when the current generation, you know, gets into gear.
Well, hopefully they'll just let their studios use an engine that's not the Frostbite engine, for Christ's sake.
Like I mentioned in one of the previous parts, I get the idea the only reason we're using is because it's in-house, so we don't have to pay royalty to something like Epic Games.
Then what they need to do is properly update it. Otherwise, they're going to run into the same problem that Bethesda has.
Bethesda with their create. To be fair, the Frostbite does seem to be getting updated. The problem is that in doing so, it does the growing pains. Everyone. Sorry, Dwibs?
I was just saying that last goal was scored. It came off the post and went in.
Oh, okay. Basically, Joe, I don't know if you remember, but the beta for Battlefield 4 was infamous for being a complete mess, and the launch game was sadly not better. The team actually became very committed in fixing it. So after a bit, it was actually, eased up with just a couple of patches, but it was still very rough, in showcasing the. For the Frostbite engine. Yeah, I can see that. So there is that, Jova. I can imagine they're gonna try to update it, but not without some potential problems.
Read the play well.
Drink.
But yeah, that's just the thing though. The Frostbite engine is not made for all these games too, which is sort of a problem similar to Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, using an ill-fitting engine.
To be fair, it's not like it's breaking it, it's just simply wasted on this. That's it.
Yeah.
Unless you make an explosive version where the terrain gets jammed because the ball is explosive or something.
Which, I think they used to have a mode like that back when, they were more creative with these games, but not these days. Like, that's a thing, honestly. We get it, realism, particles, and all that stuff, but what's wrong with giving us a more outlandish mode to help spicing things up?
I wonder if FIFA's involvement has something to do with it. Like they can dictate how the game needs to be done in some fashion.
That would.
I mean, keep in mind, it's also very possible it's just EA fucking up. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's a combination of the two. It's just two, hellish souls made for each other.
I'm gonna believe that for now it's EA screwing up, but I would not be surprised if FIFA interfering is the reason here. But until, actual confirmation on that comes out in some way, shape, or form, I can't blame people for assuming that EA are at fault because EA have done loads of dumb things.
Interview.
In a Real Madrid shirt. Alex, how did it feel?
Wait, that's literally the same
I was
reporter. Wait, that's literally the same reporter guy who came to see Danny. He's got the same facial structure and slight beard and everything.
And I'll save the models, Joga.
He travels the world.
And the 7 seas.
I'm absolutely buzzing. Well, your excitement is evident, Alex. It's great to see, and thank you for speaking with me.
Mate, absolutely.
Oh, that was an easy interview.
It's similar to the ones of previous games, Joe. But like I mentioned in the second one, I get the idea that they just streamed the interview to be just one question instead of 3.
I recall.
This journalist is less of a dickhead too, so.
You say that, Shiroy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, great.
This isn't his final
You
form.
just had to say it.
We'll get there eventually, but for now, let's continue.
Oh,
on
the clipping.
With the glitchy wing.
Yeah, what was up with that? Jesus.
I have no idea. But anyway, I don't know what I'm doing actually. Yeah, let's go over to the selection screen.
Okay,
Alex
what
just
music
played
is
his
this?
first game. Kim got her first taste of world-class football, and the pre-season tour was make or break for Danny.
Seriously, what music is this?
Something composed for the game, Java.
Huh. For a moment there, I thought that
Clean
was
the
actually...
fucking desk, Alex. So that Chinese food is gonna rot in there.
That's Danny.
Hard to tell sometimes.
Well, person lives there. Clean the shit. That shit. Also, generic soda.
Yeah, soda. That's my favorite. I have it right next to crisps.
So I'm curious, Dwibs, is Danny legit your favorite character at this point? I'm just asking because, I mean...
Yes.
Huh. Why is that?
Alright, next up is these Everton people.
Everton, aka the little brother club to Liverpool, because they're in the same city.
Huh.
So, Dwibs, why is Danny your favorite now? I think I can guess why, but I'd like to hear you.
I think Danny has a better story than Alex in this game.
This game?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's fair enough. Like I said, Alex's story feels a lot more streamlined. My guess is like...
Whoa, what is this?
What?
What is this music they use?
I don't
This actually was the theme tune for the Premier League at the time.
Oh.
Oh, you can use that one?
Well, the game has it, so yeah.
But anyway, yeah, going back to what you're saying, I think I can see what you mean, though. I guess part of the reason Alex's story is more streamlined is because, well, at this point in the story over the 3 games, Alex has, I guess, reached his ultimate goal, essentially. Like, I guess the only thing higher would be winning the World Cup, essentially.
Also, Dwibs, is it just me? Or like, for X match you were locked at 30 FPS, but for this one you got at 60?
I can't remember, actually.
It might have been because of the editing software you were using at the time.
Actually, no, this is all using the same editing software.
Really?
Whatever.
Although there are times where I think it's a bit lit on the playthrough where I did have to, for consistency's sake, and since a lot of the game is in 30, I made it all at 30.
Okay.
But, yeah, though, I mean, story-wise, I guess Alex's story is kind of more or less done. Like, oh, sure, yeah, it's about keeping him there, but as far as we've known, Real Madrid has been, like, his biggest goal.
Yes, but Jova, Alex is going to come close to losing something that he holds dear.
His father?
He's not going to get away with
Well,
this,
his
surely.
legs,
That would be a
but
free kick.
Oh,
Didn't he
snap.
have an injury last game?
Yeah.
So we're doing that again?
Well, by legs
See
in
what
this
he's trying
game,
to
not
do, Alan,
Alex,
with that
but
slight
yeah.
challenge. There's definitely
Well,
a foul.
true. But yeah, didn't like Theo mentioned, Alex already suffered a legs-threatening injury in the second
Nah,
game.
again, it's not his legs. Don't worry, it's something else.
But it's an injury still, isn't it?
No.
Now this is an interesting attack.
Jova, let's just wait and see. Might as well.
Okay.
That is a fantastic
That would
goal.
ruin the surprise if I told you.
No duh.
Also, that next-gen beard. Yeah, seriously, if there's one thing that I prefer the PS3 and Xbox 360 era over the PS4 and Xbox One, is that how they rendered facial hair, the technology to render facial hair. 9 times out of 10, the beards were rendered horribly for some reason. You could notice how fake they were just plastered onto the faces. You know.
You know what's funny, Tia? You reminded me of how, when you get to it, in some ways, Knack 2 looks worse than Knack 1. Both PS4 games, but Knack 2 kind of did some worse job with some of the character model rendering, including the hair, compared to the first Knack game.
I really hope this new generation with PS5 and Xbox X series actually improves on that front, especially with the Unreal 5.
Now, that's not to say that all, 8th gen games regarding the PS4 and Xbox One have bad facial hair rendering.
No,
like,
I do remember some specific exceptions that managed to make it work out.
like
So
the
there is
7
that.
remake.
True.
And Danny has a hat trick.
Yay.
So what is
So then
your...
he follows the footsteps of Alex in collecting all of the balls.
So, Dwibs, what's your favorite kind of soccer trick that can be done?
The players getting told off by everyone else for their
Yeah,
diving
sorry
trick.
to tell you, Joe, but again, one of the reasons why I really don't like football like soccer as a sport is because it's practical, but as a result, it's kind of boring. That's why products like Captain Tsubasa or Inazuma 11 had to invent these superpowers for the players that can do acrobatic shit and flaming shots in order to spice things up. Because otherwise, it's kind of monotonous.
There actually are some cases where someone can literally do a bicycle kick somersault to kick a ball in.
Yeah, and most of the time they also break some balls in that.
But it looks
If
awesome
it's
when
worthy,
they do
it's
it.
worthy. I'll give you that. But you have to value your risks.
Alright, interview time.
And look, like I said, it's literally the
Yeah,
same
it is the
reporter.
same one.
Damn, he flew all the way from Madrid to Liverpool.
Pray to the lads.
It's a fantastic feeling, let me tell you. But I've got to give credit where credit's due, and that's to the rest of the lads in the locker room. I mean, if you think about it, I am just like the last pair of feet in the assembly line of scoring goals. So here I am, knocking it in the back of the net. But that's thanks to everybody here down the line.
Interesting analogy there, Danny.
Did the voice actor just improv this scene?
Yeah,
I
that's good, that is.
wonder.
Yeah, like that.
Thank you, Danny.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Nice to see people getting along.
Cheese.
Alright, Danny, now it's time to pose for your ultimate team picture.
You do not look nothing like that.
Yeah, what the hell?
I've had plastic surgery, mate.
That is not the healthiest thing for a soccer player to get.
There's more expensive things to have.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's just interesting. Yeah, Danny has all this fast food, yet he can afford a TV like that.
I guess he lives a humble life, lives. Also, he's very disorganized.
I guess. So, okay, so join us in the next part. We'll be going through more football stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
See ya.